Alright, tonight we got a race at the Red Bull Ring for you guys. I'm going to be racing for Jaguar in the Manufacturers Cup this year. I thought I'd give them a shot, see how they are. So we are going to be representing our boys down at Pfaff Motorsports here with a tribute Pfaff Porsche plaid livery, even though we're driving a Jaguar. But we'll just go through the top 10 here, see who's the top 10 starting order is, and then we will get this underway. Alright, so here we go. We're going to come around, take the green flag here, and try and warm up the tires a bit. We're on racing hard tires. Not so much of a tire race this one. It's more... Oh, as you can see, the guy in 4th doesn't get too good of a run coming out of T1 here, so I'm going to go up the inside. Try and make this pass nice and easy coming down here into T2. Try and leave each other space and as clean as possible. And we're going to take a look back at this here for the replay. A nice replay cam here, coming up into T1. He gets onto the yellow curbing there a little bit. Looks like he probably lost drive a little bit. But just going to sneak up the inside of him here. Just nicely up the inside. You leave each other space, try not to run them out too wide as we come back, pick it up coming down into T3 here. Lap 1 here, so you know what, we're just a 15 lap race here, so we're gonna just start to skip this ahead a little bit. I'm gonna fast forward, just coming up here. We'll go to just before the, just after T3 here. We come back, pick it up. Looks like first is dropped down to second. He's going to go up the inside. He was a little aggressive. You could tell he wanted to get his position back, and he actually ends up knocking that guy out off into the gravel trap. So, kind of bummed for that guy. Flip back over, take a quick replay and see if we can see what was going on here since the replay camera caught anything. So they're side by side and it's going to pick up Race Fanatic, and then yeah, he got right into the gravel trap there, so not much he can do about that. As we pick it back up here to come up and finish off lap 2, looks like P1 goes to try and break the slipstream, and we're just going to skip ahead a little bit here. It's a 15 lap race, so just gonna skip ahead just before the end of lap 3. Come around to the last 2 corners here. See 1 through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like at least 5 people are pretty damn close together here. And you see P1 picks up a penalty coming out of the last corner there. If you got anywhere out of the yellow or the red and white curbing, you pretty much picked up a penalty in this race. So I'm gonna get into P2 slipstream, try and get as close as I possibly can so I can reap the benefits of this guy's penalty here. Nice and close in the braking zone, try and get on the power nice and smoothly. He's going to come up here, wisely goes off to the left, serves his penalty, and I'm just going to sneak by him. You're going to see him pop up in the rear view there, and I'll be able to move over and take my proper line. Just going to slide in behind P1 here. And hopefully I can just tuck in and save a little bit of fuel. Yeah, so tires aren't really too much of an issue in this race. Fuel, I think you basically had, well, in this car I had to save about a lap of fuel, just under, I think it was, about a lap of fuel. So I'm just trying to do short shifting when I can, trying to lift and coast into the braking zones when I think about it. It's not every time I'm doing it. You can see P3 here, he's real antsy to get up. Try and get by me here. He's tucked up right behind my rear wing. We come up here into T1 on the start of lap 5, and there's actually a tiny little bump going into P1, or sorry, T1 there. No big deal. No penalties, no nothing. Everything was good. So that sort of stuff happens every now and then. I mean, as long as you're not flying into somebody, but. We'll actually just flip over here and take a look at replay back. You see he's tucked right up behind me, so I'm actually kind of surprised he didn't go for the move. You can see here he actually darts out to go for it and then comes back in, tucks in. I think he just let off the brake a little bit. I get out a little wide, but no penalty, so we're all good. So we rejoin back coming down into T3. And that little bump though did allow P1 here to kind of stretch his lead a little bit, but see if we can't try and reel him back in. That Viper was mega off of T1 and T2. Come down into the final 2 corners and. Now he was pretty quick through these corners, P3. Come around to start lap 6. I actually set the fastest lap there, and I think it was immediately erased by someone who was right behind me in my slipstream. He's tucked right up there. Here he's gonna actually kind of dives back to the inside here, but brake as late as possible, and he never really got us any look up the inside, so that was okay. There's replay cam shots here. Some nice close racing. I was actually impressed with everybody here, myself. Everybody was pretty clean with all their racing, so that's about all you can ask for in this game. Come down to the last corner here, and actually I'm going to run a little bit wide and pick up a half a second penalty. Oh, that sucks. But then I go and make it even worse, run wide in T1 and pick up another half second penalty, so I get a nice 1 second penalty to serve when I come around the next corner. Luckily he doesn't try for a move. He obviously sees that I have a penalty, so I mean, he obviously knows that I'm going to get by me on the next straightaway here, so we rejoin the cockpit cam. We serve our penalty. Luckily, we only lose 2 positions, second, third. So I'm going to just tuck up behind third and try and stay in his slipstream so I don't lose too much. It'll be interesting. Hopefully, I heard that the Red Bull ring will hopefully be maybe the start of the Formula 1 season this year. So hopefully we can get that going pretty soon. That would be nice. Obviously it wouldn't be with any fans, but that's okay. We can watch something on TV. Come around to start lap 8 here. I think we're just going to sit back and enjoy the sounds. As we rejoin the action here, we are locked in a nice tight battle with second, third, and fourth here as P3 just kind of muscles his way down the inside of P2 there. The guy in the Ferrari. Looks like he's looking up the inside here. Just gonna slide in, try and get my exit off of this corner as good as possible. See if I can't capitalize on a mistake one of these guys is gonna make. We got the Nissan GTR right behind me, right on our ass. Look up the inside, but he's just got to both leave each other space, but he squeezed a little bit, which is fair play, fair play. We get another little run tucked up behind his, under his rear wing here. Now this corner's downhill, so I didn't really want to try and send it up the inside and take us both out, but nice and close up behind his rear wing. See the tricky section here, just trying to stay as close as possible. Not lose any time to him and not give any time up to the guy behind me. He's just waiting to pounce when all three of us take each other out. P2's starting to stretch away a little bit here. A little sideways going through the last corner and get a little bit of a run coming up on him. Not nearly anywhere close enough to look up the inside of T1 here. Just going to hold back a little bit, make sure I get my brake. And he actually misses his apex completely, so I'm going to slide up the inside. He's right beside me. I can't see him in the side view near the... Oh, there he is. Just comes into focus. But he's got to fend off the GTR, and actually, I think it was the GTR. So he goes to the outside here, and I actually get hit by the GTR and end up knocking into him a tiny little bit. But I feel like that was fair play. I mean, I didn't initiate that contact, so I think that's all fair game. A little sideways. Let's just go back on board. Happens. We rejoin at the start of lap 13 here. We're just going to zip lap 13 away here. Rejoin here at the end of lap 13. You can see the GTR is still right on my ass. Come up to start lap 14. Coming into T1, he's still right up there. Get an okay exit. He gets a pretty decent exit coming out of T1 as we both going to climb the hill. We're going to hop over to the replay camera here. You're going to see I'm just going to take the regular racing line, try and brake as late as possible. He's going to try and tuck it up the inside. Both leave each other space, but not enough today, Junior. Not enough. Hopefully here we can see if we can hold on to P3. A little wide into turn 3 there. Try and get nice and close to that. You're gonna if you run wide right there, that was a big one for penalties. Come around here, we're gonna just last corner here, come around and start the final lap. See if we can hold off P4 here. So I've actually just started recently using Cockpit view, but yeah, I've really quite enjoying it a lot. seem to be a little bit more consistent with my lap times. Not sure why or if it has anything to do with the view, but I'm gonna go with it. So hopefully you'll see some more good races coming out of this view. Come down into T3. Everybody seems to be pretty content with staying where they are. Nobody's lunging, trying to get that position. And who knows, one day we may even see the Squeezed Weasel on one of these broadcasts, but you never know. Come around here, last corner, pick up the replay camera, come around for the final time here, and that's all she wrote. So a nice P3. It was 194 points in the Manufacturers Cup, so not bad, not bad. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay safe, and see you soon.